Hello, this is Samsai again, and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. First of all, before we go into this game any further, I would like to apologize for the potentially higher amount of ambient noise in my recording. I actually have my window open and I also have a fan running because this room that I'm recording this in is freaking hot. So, yeah, let's load up my save. Last time we did fairly well. We actually managed to complete this nasty dungeon here, and we have now achieved quite a high amount of gold. We're actually doing pretty good. One thing though is that I currently don't have any scrolls to return to any Imperial forts or anything, and that makes me a little bit wary because I don't really want to run into those bone walkers again. But I think we're going to continue on our quest towards Seyda on foot, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to head to Balmora, get myself a couple of scrolls for Divine Intervention scrolls, and after that we can continue on our quest as normal. Welcome back. So I'm once again on the road to Seyda, and I actually decided to splurge a little in Balmora, so I actually got myself the Divine Intervention scrolls, 2 of them, but I also decided to get my equipment repaired, so my shield is now back in business, and I also got myself some new potions. These restore strength potions, I believe. Then I got some blight and common disease restoration. Well, rather cure common and blight disease. And I got some standard health potions. Plus, I decided to get myself Belina's Antidote, which is basically it's a pure poison spell. So, all in all, that ended up costing me a whole lot of money. So I'm actually back to being super poor. So we need to actually find some cool, some cool artifacts, or otherwise we're just going to be running so low on money that we cannot really do much. But I'm actually considering if I should just skip the egg mine, because it's an egg mine. It doesn't seem like it has a whole lot of exciting stuff in it, though considering the enemies, it probably does have something. But I'm also thinking I only have 2 cure blight potions, so if I have to use both in there, it has been a bit of a waste, because I could use those later too, especially when I start going further out. So I'm really torn about, just continuing or just checking this place out quickly. I suppose I could go and check it out, but I'm slightly concerned. Let's do a save here, and I'll save on top of that one. And yeah, let's go and check it out, but I do have my doubts. I'm actually going to just kill you quickly. There we go. Am I blighted or anything? I'm actually doing fine, and it didn't drain any of my skills, so this worker actually wasn't too bad. Let's take some of the Guama eggs. I think I could combine some of them and make some restore fatigue potions again. After all, I do need to get my alchemy up. We might as well do that now. Yep, we got our alchemy up slightly, so I'm happy about that. We also have personality, that's agility. I picked up some stoneflower petals on the way here. Actually, let's take that too. We might be able to create cure poison potions if we get some other ingredients. I don't think we would be able to make them, because I think I'm only pretty much limited to the easy potions, because my alchemy is so low. But, who knows. And you, I will just slap you with my fire bite. Yeah, take that. Yeah, that was blighted. Luckily we didn't actually catch the blight this time around, so I'm happy about that. Let's use this ring to... Actually, there we go. Let's use this ring to heal up slightly, because I think this has practically infinite charges. Once we use all of these, it will eventually recharge. So we might as well just use it now, get all the use we can out of it, and these are the large guama eggs, so they technically don't count as another ingredient. You need to mix 2 ingredients to make a potion, and you cannot make them out of a single one. At least as far as I understand the mechanics. So large and small guama eggs count as 2 separate ingredients, but just having large ones doesn't count as separates. So it's kind of weird because they are technically both guama eggs, but you know, I'm not going to argue with Morrowind on this. And am I actually going the right way? Okay, so this is just like a circle. It's playing the battle music, so maybe we should do a dungeon save here and see if it's something nasty. We might need a recharge on our mana. Oh, okay. What is that? Is that oh no, it's one of those guys. I think this is one of the ones that killed us last time. Once again conflicted, because I need to restore magicka, I think. Have only 3 restore magickas. Can I do without? That's the question right now. Maybe I should just... no, I cannot. I cannot fight that guy with my sword. I'm practically... I just need to hit it with the fire bite. So I do need my... magicka. But it certainly is annoying me quite a bit, because I have to use 2 potions. Because if I use the cheap restore magicka, which is going to restore quite a small amount of magicka, then I can of course do the heart heal, but it's not going to be enough for me to spam the fire bite. So I think I'm just going to do this. So I'm just going to get my health up, get my magicka up, and if I can, there is a bug on my foot. I think it looks like an ant. Okay, now I can actually focus on the battle. So let's dodge that. And I'm down because this guy really staggers you a lot. But yeah, as you can see, the fire bite does a very good job. Hopefully I'm not blighted now. No, I'm not blighted, and I didn't actually... none of my skills were harmed either, so... But I think if you kill the... In some cases, if you kill the enemy that caused like a drain strength or whatever, if I understand it correctly, the spell effect can go away, but I'm not too sure on this. Okay, and that's my last restore magicka gone. So this one we might have to just go and spam. We could of course go back and just sleep, and that would recharge our magicka and health. But the problem is there are enemies nearby, and I don't think it's going to let me. It might if I get like far away from it, but I really don't think it's going to let me do that. Here it says simply you can't rest here, enemies are nearby. So you cannot really do the, you cannot spam rest in dungeons unless it's like 2 separate areas of the dungeon, which I could technically still exit the dungeon and rest there. And I don't think this guy is going to run out of mana. I think this is some sort of a natural form of magic. He does seem to have some trouble though. Are there more than one? That's the important question. Is that a worker or... Okay, here's a worker. Yeah, it might be just a worker and then this guy. Okay, what? What is going on here? Okay, you apparently noticed me now. You're not the senpai I wanted, but stab stab takes care of you. And everything is normal now. Very good. So this is a deceased Guama worker and this is the Guama Queen. Is there anything else in here? Except for lots and lots of Guama egg sacs. I don't think there is anything here. I mean, there is the Guama Queen, but why would I want to kill it? Like, unless it's for a quest, which is entirely possible. They might want me to kill the Guama Queen or the Guama Queens, because there are multiple, for some sort of a quest at some point, but for now I don't care. So this was just wasted resources and nothing else. So yeah, not necessarily the best place to explore, especially because I am on a hunt for artifacts that I can turn into gold, and also for enchanted armor and weapons that I can use. But yeah, that was a bit of a mistake on my part. But then again, how could I have known? Let's just heal up and level up. So, I want to increase the maximum amount of magicka, definitely. And I do want some more willpower. What else would I want? Endurance? Probably just strength to make my attacks and stuff even better, and I can just carry more stuff. That's good on its own. Yeah, you were a mistake. Okay, I guess we'll just continue on our way to Seidanin once again. I'll do the same thing where I will continue walking until I see something interesting and then I'll wake you up. So I'll see you on the next pit stop. Okay, apparently there is a person here. Let's check out what they are doing.
Peasant.
Well, sorry, I could keep going, but I'll ask what you are up to. Oh, you want help now? Cannot find the holy place for which I'm searching. Holy place. Fields of Kumu. 150 septims. Well, I can try to find it. But where might this place be? Near the water, view from there is supposed to be breathtaking. Also been told there's a farm nearby where pilgrims may sometimes stop and rest their weary legs. Really now? You are going to follow me? Well, this is a bit odd. I know there is the Odai Plateau here. These areas I have explored quite thoroughly, and I don't think these are any of the places here. So it should be around here somewhere. This is 150 septims, it's not a whole lot, but I mean it's still much better than what I currently have. It's like twice my current wealth. So I suppose we could probably just go and look for this place. Also, you can defend me while I battle some beasts. What I'm going to do is... there is this huge... Well, it's not really a huge, but it's a hill. And I don't really want to cross that because I don't know what kind of a terrain there is on the other side. So what I'm going to do instead is I'll... Oh, here's this should be Seidan... No, that's actually Pelagiad and the area around Pelagiad. This is actually probably one of the dungeons that I visited. I'm pretty sure I have visited that one. Anyway, let's keep walking to Seidanin and then let's follow the coastline and see if there is this whatever this place is. Actually, let's check the Fields of Kumu. It might also be on the other side here or something, but yeah, let's just quickly take a look, and if we cannot find it, then I'm fairly sure that we can just dump this person. Anyway, I'll keep walking until something interesting happens. Actually, hold that thought. I think we have found something. This is an ancestral tomb. Let's go check it out quickly while we are here. Oh, it's another ghost. We might end up killing this person, which would be a little bit nasty probably, but I'll try to be fast. Yeah, hopefully you didn't take too much damage, otherwise I might fail this quest. Ectoplasm. I think I could probably... Oh, that's Fortify and then there's Restore. Okay, so I cannot make a Fortify Agility or Restore Agility. Okay, this one seems to be a little bit bigger than the others. This is like an open hole or a trapdoor, and then there is a way down. I'll try my luck with the Ondusi's open door. This is a level 50 lock, so this might still work. You failed casting the spell, fine. There we go. So let's go and check out. Well, I think this is just a way to quickly get over on that side. Otherwise, I think you would have to go through the area downstairs. So this seems interesting. Let's go check this out. This might be just a shortcut for people that actually have like a lockpick skill or magic. But if it is, then this should be the fastest way to any possible treasure that we might find in this tomb. But I'm not sure. Okay, that's a locked door. And there seems to be something nasty on the other side, so that seems to be a hole there. So I'm thinking we might have another hole here. Maybe this has some lower level stuff and this has maybe something better because it requires so many locks. But yeah. Let's try to get this open. There we go. So I think there might be like a zombie behind this one. Yeah, that definitely looks pretty nasty. Not sure what that does, but okay, apparently you're running in. Sadly, I'm basically out of mana, so I cannot use any of my magic here, which would probably do a much better job at killing this guy, unless it resists magic. It's a Bone Walker, so it's one of the nasty ones. I think this person might not be able to carry anything right at this moment. Bone Meal, it's not too great, and a Petty Soul Gem, which is not great either. But here's a Messenger Scroll, so we can summon a Scamp. Sure, I'll take that. Having some summon spells or summon scrolls is always good. And Red Despair, absorb attribute willpower on touch. Happy about that. And a Chitin Club. That's not too great, but at least we got some scrolls out of that, so actually let's check what these are worth. So this is 112, and then we have... This one is, which is 120. Well, about 30. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. I can rest here too, so we can check the other side out. I'm hoping that I might find some more useful, like, actual items and not just scrolls. Those scrolls are, of course, also quite nice. But yeah, let's check out what might be downstairs here. Apparently my neighbor woke up, so I I'm actually not recording this at night, but what I meant by that is that he decided to go outside and he's now doing something outside, so I figured that I would just close the window, even though it's probably going to give me, like, I'm going to... Yeah, this is another one of these stupid bonewalkers. Let's save on top of a dungeon save and let's actually equip the Firebite. Maybe I can get the bonewalker to attack this person again. You're the best bait. Hopefully you're not just dying, that's my only worry here. 1 meal, hopefully you're okay. I can probably... If I had a heal spell that would heal other, I would probably be able to heal you. As it stands, I'm not sure what your HP situation is. Warhide... A mage ring. Fortify intelligence and willpower. Apparently it only does that very little, and only for 30 seconds, but it's an enchanted ring nonetheless. Yeah, like I said, once again, an ancestral tomb, and it was quite easy. So this seems to be a theme here, like ancestral tombs, not too difficult. They seem to contain like undead enemies though, so I suppose if you are somehow not able to fight them as well, then you might have some issues there. But these ancestral tombs seem to be fairly easy when compared to other kinds of dungeons like caves, which seem to have all kinds of nasty bandits and whatever. But I'm also getting a lot more like familiar with destruction magic, which is good because I'm both leveling up and I'm also like getting more I'm getting used to using it. I have this problem where I am overly conservative with various kinds of resources in games, and the fact that not really in OpenMW but Morrowind, the mana or the magicka is limited, it makes me really hesitant to use it. So that means I tend to prefer swords and stuff over magic, which is a problem because magic is really powerful. I can use that hound meat to actually make more potions. So let's do just that. There we go. And we failed, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm like really hesitant to use like various kinds of potions, and especially stuff that has like only a limited time that it's active. Especially stuff like that, I'm really hesitant to use it, and I only use it when I'm absolutely forced to, because I always feel like I might be able to use this in a better situation, and it always gets me killed. So I probably should just use magic to the fullest potential and just rest and heal up every time I simply can. Anyway, here's Olumusa, one of the dungeons in this area, and we have actually veered off. We should actually... Well, since we're here, we might as well check if Olumusa is a place we can check out now, if we couldn't before, because I'm not entirely sure what Olumusa is. But I'm fairly sure, based on the name, it's probably one of these kinds of caves. And it might very well mean that it's something too difficult for us. But if I can complete it, then I will be quite happy. Yeah, it's definitely one of the caves. But we need to go this way anyway, because we are going to Seyda-Neen. So we might as well check this out very quickly. I kind of remember this place, and I remember it being terrible. I think this is one of the dungeons where there was a mage that really wanted to kill me. No, actually, according to the map, I haven't explored this place. Maybe I gave up. Maybe like the first enemy was too much. Okay, let's... You just keep punching him, or her, and I'll do my own punching with the magic. Hopefully you can stay alive. Okay, well, you seem to be... Yep, you just died. Well then, let's see if you had... Oh, you had the 150 gold on you. So I'm not actually going to go for that trip to the fields of Kumo. As you can see here, died while on her pilgrimage. Wait, what did it say? Now she can be closer to her god. Well, I guess that's a good ending. Not really necessarily the best ending, but I mean... So, she died, but I got my gold, and I didn't kill her, so technically I'm still okay, and it's not like she does anything with the gold anyway, so I might as well take it. And she was a good distraction for a moment. And, you know, the quest was a little bit intensive, like going to some random place with very vague instructions, but it probably is somewhere around here. I can check that out when I get to Seidanin and just start walking here, because I think there might be like some sea caves or something here. But going all the way there for 150 gold is a bit much. Okay, hopefully you are not too tough. Okay, so you seem to be doing magic. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, well, it seems that we found some issues. Now let's load the autosave. This might actually be too much for us. Why did it autosave here, by the way? This seems a slightly odd place to autosave. I guess because we exited combat, maybe? It's a bit odd that it's autosaved here. Normally it only autosaves when you go from one area to another. But yeah, that particular enemy seems to be a little bit tough. So let's see if we can actually pull this off. I might be able to use some like longer range magic. If I cast like a fireball successfully, I might be able to take him down a little. Yeah, that only does very tiny amounts of damage.
Now this is fighting.
But if I can keep you stunned and you keep casting your magic, then I might be fine. But I'm running out of charges on my sword. And yeah, we're out of charges. Yeah, it seems that he's doing some kind of restoration. Oh my god, what is that weapon? Did you see that damage? Okay, this place is definitely too much for me, because that damage is just way too much. And even if I spam like Firebite, it seems to only take him down a little. So yeah, I'm not happy about that at all. Okay. But at least I got my goal, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, let's just keep walking towards Seidanin, and maybe we can find something a little more on our level there, because those, particularly like those fighters that have some magic capability, some resistance to it, and like super high DPS weapons, that it's way too much for me. Anyway, I'll keep walking towards Seidanin, and hopefully I can find something cooler than that. Okay, I seem to have stumbled upon something, so I'm around here, quite close to Seidanin. I'm actually... Here's Pelagiad, we actually went right past Pelagiad. And here seems to be another cave. Whether it's a good cave or not is of course a big question mark still. But I might as well just do a save here and see what's inside here. Oh, it's an ancestral tomb, so maybe if my logic holds, this will be another nice one. Of course, this time we don't have a distraction with us, but I might be able to find something in here without paying too much. Oh, here's a dead body. Some gold, an iron shield, some heavy stuff, and a Nordic broadsword. I'm actually interested because it's a Nordic weapon. Yeah, it definitely has better stats than the current my current weapon. Of course, my current weapon is also enchanted, so it does shock damage. So at its worst, it does 2 points of damage, and this does 2 points of damage. But at its best, this one does, yeah, this does slightly better damage if the shock damage lines up and you get like a slash with 18 damage. It does more damage then. But it's a good weapon to have around because it's definitely, its base damage is better than the base damage of my shock sword. Well, spark sword. And these are just once again full of... Oh, here's a shrine. So we could give some money for a blessing, but I'm not too interested in that at this moment. There's more time for blessings later, and I generally only do that when I need I need my... Oh, here's something. Okay, that's a bit odd. I think that's a bow. And if it is, then the best way to deal with the bow is to... Well, look at that! It's a bone walker and a skeleton. The skeleton has a bow. Okay, not sure if I can deal with the bone walker, but I do have some health restore. Yeah, I'm taking damage to my strength. It's bad. I think I have... Yes, I have some restore strength potions. So I might be able to still get away with only minimal damage to my strength. There we go. And yeah, like I said, with these lesser bone walkers, the effect goes away when they die. Arrows of Wasting Flame, weakness to fire, and fire damage. So that's a nice combo. So 10% weakness to fire, and you basically do 10% more damage, if I understand this correctly. Longbow and just basic fire, iron arrows, not fire arrows. We can take these with us. It's actually... We can sell that in Seidanin and we should be able to get something out of that. And that's value 1, I think, for the whole bunch. Maybe? But yeah, Skeleton Archer. Interesting. So yeah, this place did have some slightly tougher enemies, but I think that's still a fair bit easier than the stuff we saw in that previous cave. Yeah, there's a huge hole here. There might be something down there, but I certainly don't want to like jump down. Wait a sec. It shows that there is a path, but there is no path here. There is no like secret passage. I think it's downstairs, so if I go down the way Okay, I pretty much need to backtrack, but I think if we go downstairs, there is a path that leads here. So this seems to be a more complex dungeon. Yeah, let's rest, let's get that magicka up. And then we are a little bit safer, because we can of course cast various kinds of spells to protect ourselves. Plus there are basically always some... yeah, I think this is the way I need to go. There are basically always some locks around, so we need to use the Unduce's unlocking or whatever that undoes his open door. Yes, that's the spell to open them, and that of course needs some magicka to work. Let's just hope that we don't run into more bone walkers, or well, if we run into bone walkers, hopefully they are the lesser kind, not the greater. Okay, another skeleton it seems. This is actually fine. I can probably hack you to pieces. Yeah, you seem to be taking damage quite easily. Plus I can train my block, which is always good. So you had an iron saber. It's another quite good weapon actually. 214541. And the maximum is basically the same except for the thrust, which does very low damage. But yeah, it's not worth much, and I'm not going to use that over my Nordic broadsword, so I might as well not pick that up. I'm not going to get a good price for it anyway, because my barter skill is like terrible. So I would only be able to get like maybe 50% at most of the price, and that's not even worth carrying it. So here's a way both down and into this kind of a chamber here. So yeah, there's a stairway down. Yeah, this is completely separate, so we might as well check this out first. Okay, I see something. Violet Coprinus and Dovax. I guess if I wanted and had the skill, I could turn those into potions, but for now, I'm not really able to do that. I'm sure that the bigger treasures are downstairs. Hopefully not guarded too well. Okay, well, it's another skeleton. I can just go back up and fight him in the relative light of the torch here. A crippled skeleton. Well, now they are sending the cripples at me. Not fun. But yeah, I'm taking very little damage from those guys, and they don't have any magic, so I might as well just chop them down with my sword. And is there anything? There's a small chest here with a silver dagger. It does have some worth. I can probably get like 20 out of that, so it's not much, but it's something. Bungler's Bane and Chokeweed. And just urns which have nothing. That's chest though, and there is probably an enemy in that direction. Yeah. A Nordic battle axe. Wait, it's the weight to value ratio is not great on that, and it's a two-handed weapon, an axe, so I cannot use it too well anyway. There's an armorer's hammer here, which we can, I think we can use that to increase, well, improve our own stuff a little. I'm not an armorer and I don't really have the skill, but I can still use it, I think. Yeah, my armorer skill is 5, so it's one of the worst skills I have. So yeah, I'm probably not going to get much use out of that, but we might as well, utilize it. So here's a way down here, and then there's a way here. Okay, that seems to take... Who's doing that? Okay. Ah, it's an archer. Okay, let's go here. Let's drink a potion. A standard health potion. I'm going to save the magicka, and I'll get you into the corner here. Or I'm going to just chop you into pieces. Okay, here's my chance to use my Nordic broadsword. And this time it was spark arrows. This is just fairly simple stuff to carry, so we might as well. Do we want another longbow? I guess we can get it. We're over encumbered. What do I want to throw away?